Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today I will be narrating a story called The Serendipitous Reign of Marigolds. If you like these bedtime stories, please feel free to leave a comment. The story begins now in the small town of Lusolay. Rain wasn't just a natural phenomenon. Here, whenever it rained, marigolds fell from the sky. The golden petals covered the town, turning streets, gardens, and rooftops into a shimmering sea of yellow. But what was more magical was that each marigold carried a whispered secret, a memory, or a dream from someone else in the world. Young Mia loved these rains more than anything. Every time the marigolds fell, she'd rush outside with her basket, collecting as many flowers as she could. Later, she would sit by her window, listening intently to each marigold's secret. One evening, as a gentle rain of marigolds began, Mia found a particularly vibrant flower. When she held it close to her ear, instead of a whispered secret, she heard a soft melody. It was a tune she recognized, one her grandmother used to hum when she was a baby. Curious and excited, Mia decided to plant this marigold in her garden. As days turned into weeks, the flower grew into a tall, majestic plant with a single, glowing bloom at its pinnacle. Every evening, it sang the same lullaby, its tune floating across Lusolay. The melody reached the ears of an old violinist named Elias. Struck by nostalgia, he followed the music and found himself at Mia's doorstep. The tune, he explained with tears in his eyes, was composed by him for his long-lost daughter, Mia's grandmother. The magical marigold had serendipitously connected their two souls, bridging a gap that time had created. Mia and Elias began to spend time together, sharing stories, memories, and melodies, their bond deepening with each passing day. Word of the singing marigold spread, and soon people from neighboring towns visited Mia's garden, hoping to find a marigold that held a message or memory dear to them. The garden became a place of reunion, of rediscovered love, and of serendipitous connections. And so, in Lusolay, the reign of marigolds wasn't just a magical occurrence, it was a reminder of the universe's mysterious ways, proving that serendipity could be found even in the petals of a flower. In the following weeks, Mia's garden became a destination for many, each seeking the whispers of their past or a hint of their futures. Some visitors were skeptical at first, but most left with tears in their eyes or a smile on their lips, having reconnected with a part of their soul they thought was lost. One day, a woman with silver streaks in her raven black hair stood hesitantly at the garden's entrance. Her eyes, deep and full of stories, locked onto the singing marigold. Mia approached her, recognizing the look of someone about to rediscover a fragment of their past. The woman introduced herself as Isabella. She explained that she had been separated from her twin brother when they were very young due to unforeseen circumstances. The lullaby from the marigold reminded her of the songs their mother used to sing. Moved by Isabella's story, Mia led her to the singing marigold, and to everyone's astonishment, a new bud began to bloom right next to the singing flower. As it bloomed, a different, yet familiar tune filled the air. Isabella recognized it immediately. It was the continuation of the song, the part her brother used to hum. With a hopeful heart, Isabella took the new marigold and planted it in her home. Miraculously, as the days passed, letters began to arrive at her doorstep. They were from different parts of the world, but each one carried the same message. They had heard the second part of the song and felt an unexplainable connection to it. Months later, one letter stood out. It was from a man named Raphael, who claimed to be her long-lost twin. He had been traveling the world, and the song of the marigold had reached him on a remote island. He felt an immediate pull towards it, a musical note tugging at the strings of his memory. Isabella and Raphael reunited, their bond immediately evident. The marigolds had serendipitously brought together not only the memories of a past song but also the hearts of separated siblings. The tales of Mia's garden and its magical marigolds spread far and wide. People began to see marigolds not just as flowers, but as bearers of memories, hopes, and connections. Lusolay thrived, with its heart being Mia's garden, a testament to the serendipitous magic that life held. And as Mia sat in her garden each day, watching the smiles, tears, and reunions, she realized that magic was not just in the marigolds, but in the connections they brought forth, proving that sometimes, the universe has its own way of making things fall into place.